All right, boys, in today's video, I'm going to be ranking teams in Grand Cross based on not just how good they are, but also some other criteria I'm going to explain now because it's easier to show. We're going to have the best teams. We're going to have teams that used to be good. We're going to have teams that like need support. We're going to have design failures. I actually don't think I need strong teams. I'll put strong teams here in, I guess, still. Or like, I'll put runnable teams, right? Like, they're like runnable. And design failures, okay? So let's start with design failures. This Valenti, I think control is the most fun way to play in Grand Cross. To an extent, right? There's this type of control and there's this type of control. I think this is fun. This gives both people like a chance to play around certain things. This is not just like stupid, you just press 2 cards every turn and you wait, and you press 2 cards every turn and then you wait. Like, it's actually kind of, both players have to interact, it's fun, right? Now, we don't have that a lot in Grand Cross, it tends to just be very like strong anga bunga, whatever. But, regardless, I do really like this unit, but this archetype with like the crit defense archetype is just not good, okay? It's never going to be good because you're going to have to give up so much CC making crit defense stuff. That I don't think it's just not worth it. They thought this idea was cute or something, I guess, I don't know. And then it doesn't help that like they suck too, like they're not good and they don't have any like synergy outside of that, right? Like she's a goddess, she's a human. There's not many like things that can like bridge it over, like Green Gother for attack rate stats on the crit defense team. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. It's a failure, design failure. Grand Cross Net Marble devs, the two of you, if you see this, trust me, don't. Okay, not good, not worth it. Right. Now, on the other hand, the best teams are going to be Purgatory Melee and Sun Merlin. Now, obviously, Sun Merlin also runs Purgatory Melee, so he's kind of that guy. But this is just like signalizing the team, not just a unit. Okay, I'm not going to do a unit tier list. I think that's kind of boring and it's kind of hard to do. Because it's like, okay, I don't think Blue Zeldris is good, but on the Demon team, he fills in a role that is very good for that team. Is he good now? I don't know. On a team, sort of, I guess. He does his role, but like he can be easily replaced, but he still must run. It's hard to say. That's why I don't like unit tier lists. But the Purgatory Meliodas Demon team is the best team in the game. Right? I think you faced it enough. I don't have to explain. He's really strong. He does so much damage. He self cleanses. You attack into him, you lose. You don't attack him to him. You also lose because he just dissolves you. You can't get ultimate. You can't one shot him. You really can't. He is just that tanky. And then he just kills you and he just does a bazillion damage. And then the thing is that puts him like over like Escanor too is that he just has all this support, all this demon support that just funnels into him that Escanor doesn't have. Like humans don't have support for Escanor that he would want. They have like HP stuff, right? He doesn't care for that. He doesn't care for survivability. He has 4 revives. He doesn't need more survivability. He just needs more damage and other utility. But he doesn't have that yet. So right now, Purgatory Melee is much better in PvP than him. And Sun Merlin, she runs him because she attacks heals you and dissolves you. And then let's say she gets double attack off and she doesn't get a dissolve card. You can't attack, and because you can't use a skill, Melee will dissolve you as well. So it's like an infinite loop. I don't actually mind this team as much as other people do. If you've watched my like recent videos, I've faced it a lot, and a lot of times I've been able to play around it, like using the unknown team and stuff. I'll call the strong teams, I guess, again. The unknown team, right, for example, and then you can pilot around the attack seal. And even on teams where I like almost only had attack cards, like there was a ways where I could like pile around it because I had Purgatory Melee and I could set it. I could like the way the 3 hits work. At some point, once they attack seal you, that is going to cleanse you immediately after. So I don't know. I actually kind of like facing this team. Obviously, it gets annoying over and over again. And if they have really good RNG, you literally just can't play the game. So I get the frustration, and I do think there needs to be like something done to Sun Merlin in general, because she is too relevant. Like the kid is too strong, but she doesn't do damage, right? So it's like she's not like overwhelming. I don't know. She's a weird case. Bad unit of a broken kid, right? I think that's what I can say. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Right. Anyway, I really like this Valenti, by the way. I don't know if I said that yet. This is one of my favorite units in the game. And she's so fun to use. It's just that her team sucks. and other teams you run her on wouldn't really run her. Now the next team I'm gonna do sort of relevant teams. I'm not gonna do like used to be good and then do like Kingdom or something, right? I'm gonna do teams that used to be good but they're not anymore, and one of them will be the, if I can find her, this is not sorted well. It's going to be the Ragnarok team. I'm sure you've seen her. Okay, well, let's do the Goddess team. Same thing, bro. This team used to be strong. Unfortunately, it's not anymore. They haven't gotten a new unit since like forever ago. Like if I go here and we go to past banners and we go, all right, so this is not a real unit. Okay, and then we had no goddesses. We had Liz, right? And then that's it again. Sariel, green Sariel, Liz. Oh yeah, red Tarmel too. I think I skipped them, but like, oh yeah, there. But like, they haven't had enough units, and they don't work well together. Their whole gimmick is, like they get a bunch of basic stats increases, right, and crit damage increases, and then they like kill you. But the game is too fast for them now, and you just die on turn 2 most of the time. You just get one shot by like Escanor, Purgatory Melee, right? You don't get to play that game anymore of like just stat checking your opponents, right? Like back in the day, they could press auto and they would win. Like they just had too many stats, right? But all those like goddesses, they got their relics, so they capped out. They can't get any better. They need the new units now, which why I assume Anniversary is going to be Mael, because 1, story-wise it makes sense. 2, goddesses need help. 3, he's hype enough. 4, we need another light character. So you know, oh, we actually don't, but like we could use one. They might not make him light. They might make him like red. I think red would suit him well. Green too. I think for the meta they should make him green though. But I like red better. Regardless. Anyway, that's goddesses used to be good. Stat check team pretty much. It is what it is. I'm gonna put Rimuru's version of the unknown team in used to be good. The thing with Rimuru is he's still strong, but not like strong enough. Like he's the same like niche as them, right? Like ever since Rimuru's release, they realized he was a mistake. He was way too strong. His kit is way too broken. Like from like game dev perspective, the absolute failure what they did with him. Like he's cool. I think his kit makes so much sense with his like character, but removing one buff of all enemies every turn without having to use a card or commit a card to it, you just do it passively, is so strong. Which is why every buff has become a white buff now, right? Ever since, so many white buffs. That he kind of lost his value, but even without the like buff removal, just in general having the like basic stat increase every turn as well, just like 8%, and just having really high pierce rate in general from his like holy relic and everything, infect AoE, he is really strong. His ultimate also like super strong, but his version of the unknown team is just not that strong anymore. It doesn't like it can compete, but you need good RNG, or you need to fight like the right opponents, right? The thing is in Grankos also, it matters like what's your box you see, right? How well geared are your units? How well what type of old level do you have on your units, right? On your support lanes, how are they geared? Yes or no? Do they have your R gear? Yes or no? Did you invest in them a lot? Yes or no? Do you outsist your opponent by a lot? Yes, and even if you play like a weaker team, you can probably beat a stronger team. It depends, right? But it is on like everyone's equal part, right? Like everyone's like 50 million bucks you see, maxed out characters, like everything, right? That's on we're talking on that level of stuff, because else is not fair, right? There's no point on the tier list then. If I compare myself to like the average player, then like well all the bad teams I use are suddenly strong. Diane Ult Rush, I'm gonna put as a team. Diane Ult Rush as a team, it doesn't work anymore, so it used to be good. Purgatory Melee just shuts that team down completely. Same like the Suicide teams, they kind of don't work anymore, but the thing is Purg Melee runs them and they're good. So I'm gonna put them in strong teams. They're not that strong though. They're like on the weaker side of strong teams. That's why they're not in the best teams, I guess. But yeah, it is what it is. It's just not a strong team. It just gets you need to run Diane and Twigo, and even then, there's so many teams that counter it. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say, especially with like all these like Easton they release, right, for humans. If like like whenever Suicide becomes meta, there's a lot of options to it, right, that people will run, and then it won't be meta anymore. And then because it won't be meta anymore, people won't run this option like Easton or like Gehade or Athena, and then all of a sudden becomes good again. And even then, I don't know. Most people that run Suicide are like weaker players. And they don't have like 660 units, or they do, and then they don't have like the best gear. I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Again, I said equal like playing ground. King team used to be strong. I can't lie. It's just not that good anymore. Like he's just not strong enough anymore. His damage is not the same. Red Tarmil also just completely cucked him. It is what it is, right? Now let's do the Bond team, but let's do the Reinhardt. Well, we'll do Reinhardt, right? No, I'll put Bond. Bond is still that guy, right? There. Bond team, same thing, kind of used to be strong. You can still run this over these teams, I think. No, you can. You actually, like, your Arthur gets one shot by Meliodas, and then yeah, the HP you have on this team isn't that crazy anymore. Like, hold on. I was like with all the like unknown buffs that are running around now, right? You can like the unknown team has so much more health, and even that team can't survive melee, right? So it's gonna be the same exact thing for like the Bond team. It's just too much damage going on right now, but like their whole like gimmick of health scaling isn't the strongest anymore. I haven't put it. Okay, well, need support is like teams that were never good, but they would be good if they just got this like extra unit, right? In which I'm going to put, and I hope he's here. I think I saw him earlier. But even if I don't, I guess I'll just put this. If not, I'll just use a replacement unit. Okay. Let's rank the one ultimate. Now he doesn't really have a team that you run with him, right? There's multiple. He obviously still belongs to the best teams. He's still super strong. He does get countered a lot more easy than Melee does, right? And I feel like it's easier to play around him. If you go first, you just hurt him a lot, and then his single target doesn't do damage anymore, and his AoE won't do that much damage until he's really low or he died. So it's like if you get him to this like 30% HP area-ish, then he really starts falling off on damage, and you can kind of just like cuck him then. And then it also again depends on like the ult level, right? If you don't have much revives, he kind of is not that good in PvP because you need the revives. Like the revives are what makes him like super broken, because he doesn't eat damage, he eats turns, and that's really strong. You need to commit a whole turn to killing him. It doesn't matter like how much health he has, right? Because he just doesn't take damage. But yeah, Rosa, I mean, Demons for Purgatory Melee, I think are still like okay, but I'm not. I'm just gonna count them as a Purgatory Melee type thing. Trader Melee is also still strong. His ultimate's still really strong. But I'm gonna put him used to be good. I'll do need support. He just needs good single target units that you can play with. Actually, yeah, because I think his whole thing is cool. It's just kind of too slow because you can only get one stack a turn, like one stack of damage reduction a turn. But anyway, unknown team with Merlin, broken. It's just very strong. Merlin, very slept on unit in general. She got a big glow up. I'll put in strong teams though. She's not that strong. Same with like unknown, like regular unknown, even without Merlin. But you just run Merlin in unknown, so it's like, yeah. Because the unknown team right now is just like Echidna, Merlin, +1, and then the Nanashi backline, right? Like a lot of people just run Rom because you just have infinite basic stats and that works. You have a stun on her. She has Rupture, right? It can deal with some stuff sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. It's a really strong team. It was the best team before Melee came out. The one Ultimate came out. Like that team was cooking. Defense team, I think, needs support. It just needs like one more unit that like really fits, that can make them good. Because like Raftalia needs, like Raftalia's passive is broken. They need a unit that gives them like a sort of similar effect, but like more concentrated on one character, right? Like a buff that you can apply to one character, like a damage, crit chance, everything, like sort of buff, right? Because then I can see a team really going up. Oh yeah, the Philo variant. Yeah, so the Philo variant, I think same thing though. No, that one used to be strong. I don't know. Teams just got so much more broken, right? Damage reduction, revives, attack steals you. Unknown teams just got infinite health. So it's like this team kind of fell off. Like they can't one turn you anymore. And then that's like the whole reason you played this team, because you one turn people, or you two turn them at worst. But you can't do it anymore. Ragnarok team with Freya. Freya. I like Freya. I think she's very slept on. She's not that strong. She needs support. She needs better Ragnarok units that fit her better, right? They can start up a whole like Pierce Ragnarok team and it would work good, but they don't. Well, we'll see, right? What they do now, I don't know. They always start up these like new things, and they never work out. Same with like the disaster team, right? The catastrophe team. Like this mono, right? Like the 7 catastrophe buff. There's so many units that do this, right? There's the other mono, which I think is better. The green one, not the new green one, not this one. This one's good too, but she's not like a 7 catastrophes unit. The hood mono, the one with the hood, cause she, yeah, her, yeah, well her. So she has a hood and the other hood. Regardless, cause she has like the whole like Mikasa passive thing, right? Like you hit any like 7 catastrophe allies, she gets built up all her stats. Her relic is really good because it makes it so when she crits, she applies corrosion, and she almost like always does this, and corrosion is really strong. But the team just needs more support. Okay, so I don't know who I put on like the front of this. All right, do I put Blue Lilia? No, because Blue Lilia is a separate team. So I'm gonna put this as like need support. They just need support. Like they can work. They just need much better units. I think I'll put this as a Ragnarok team, right? No, I wanna. Like the other Ragnarok team, like the old one, like the one without Freya. No, I think I want to put Red Brunhild. Yeah, I think Red Brunhild makes more sense, right? She's the one that really like that people run for this team. I'll put this in used to be good too. I don't know, it's not that good anymore. You can run it. It doesn't beat these teams though, so I don't know. It beats this one, sort of. Yeah, sort of, not even. Like, yeah, I have to put this in used to be good. I'll put this in strong teams, I guess. It's not that it's really hard to say. It's really tough to say. Slash are kinda mid right now, like, right? Because I think that makes more sense, right? I want like the strong teams to actually like stand out as strong teams. There's another team I wanted to put, but I forgot what it was. Hello. Oh yeah, Blue Lilia. Where's Blue Lilia? Blue Lilia is also like needs support. I don't know. Like I think the team is still strong. It just needs like one more unit. Like I think I'll put this like this up. I don't know. It's like hard to like. It's not like. Don't put this as like these are better than these or something. Like these are in the same like boat of like they're either not too strong. Like they're like runnable right now, but they need like an extra unit. Red Lilia, okay, why is this so like unorganized? I mean, I should just do my own, right? Should stop being lazy, but like still. Blue Lilia there. Blue Lilia, same thing. I should like one or two units that can like really like help her with getting the debuffs and stuff, because her damage is still decent. Her damage is not horrible, so just, you know, make her a little bit better. And I think that's it, right? That's like pretty much every Grand Cross team we have. Like there's some other ones obviously, but they're like one way too outdated, or two like they're not real teams. Like you can't tell me like anyone actually runs them. So I can put this, I guess. This is like random teams that just run like Green Gother plus the one ultimate plus like Purgatory Melee, right? Or they run Green Gother with Purg Melee, something like just two like different race teams that just like go for Anga damage. I guess I put in strong because they just do big damage, because there's so many units that you can take advantage of, right? Like Ludo stuff. Ludo teams in general, I think right now they're kind of like on the weaker side, I think. I don't know, but I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, another team I want to put here is going to be this is the new Green King. He needs support. He needs one more fairy. He needs one good fairy, and the team is going to be really strong, I think. I really like him. I think he's really cool. He just needs one more unit, and then he's going to be super strong. But yeah, I think that's it. If I miss a team, I don't know, let me know, right? I think I've covered pretty much every team. Ludo is like hard to rank, but just know Ludo right now is not the greatest. His CC, they're like almost every unit starting to out CC him again, and he's good in like in metas where people don't run CC food, right? Like Diane has higher CC than him, right? But in the old rush meta, Ludo was still really strong because he would out CC her, because she would run old food, he would run CC food, right? So he would still have higher CC. But now people run CC food again on most of the units, so it's hard to say. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, right? There's no... Pierce is not a real team, right? Yeah. But yeah, anyway, that's it from me, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you disagree with any of them, let me know. I think this is the meta right now. I don't think. Like, I think these are all like teams that are like what, like all these like teams that can make it back here, but they're just not that anymore. You can get to champ 1 with all these teams, by the way. That doesn't matter. You can get to champ 1 with like almost every team. I can run like a triple gallon team, which we don't have 3 gallons, but I can get to champ 1. Like champ 1 is not like a difficult thing, right? You just need to get the right opponents, the right RNG, and just play the required games for it. Also, I thought this was like something on my screen. I want to like swipe it away, like a shoulder plate there. But yeah, anyway, that's it. Good show.